Hello and welcome to this intense booty burn, a mat Pilates workout. You are joining me in beautiful Mauritius, so I hope you enjoy the tropical view today. Let's begin by lying down on your back. We are starting with a glute bridge activation series to really fire up your booty. We're going to start by tucking the tailbone, peeling your lower back and mid back off the mat, reaching your knees out in front of you. Trying to keep that rib cage closed, and then slowly compressing through the chest, releasing mid back, lower back, and then tailbone back down to your mat. Try and keep your rib cage closed at the top, and keep driving through your heels to engage through your hamstrings and glutes. Now let's lift the hips up as one unit. Lift the hips up and down. Give your glutes a good squeeze at the top. Let's hold this last one here at the top and then drop your hips down an inch and up an inch, down an inch, up an inch. Make this a small, precise movement. Make sure you're still driving your heels through the floor, reaching your knees long and keeping your rib cage closed. Hold your hips up at the top and release. Well done. We are now going to bring our feet completely together. Lift your hips up and we're going to open the knees. So we're working into your outer thighs. You press those knees out to the side and then squeezing through your inner thighs to close your knees back together. So feel like you're just rocking out into the outsides of your feet as you open the knees. Try not to let your hips drop. Making slow butterfly movements with your legs. Last one, bring the knees together and lower your hips down. We're now going to make sure that left foot is underneath your sit bones. We're gonna lift the right leg up to tabletop and we're gonna take a single leg glute bridge, driving your hips up and down. Keep driving through that left heel as that's what's going to help you get up. And we're gonna make sure that we keep those hips level. Last one, stretch that right leg up to the ceiling. You're going to lower the leg and lift it. Flex to lower, point to lift. Flex to lower, point to lift. Do your best to keep the hips up and level. Now hold this last one, toe reaches up to the sky and pulse your hips up. Little squeeze, little squeeze. Last two and one. Bring the foot back down to the ground and lower your hips down. We're now just going to change sides. So your right foot is in line with your sit bone. Lift the left leg up the tabletop and drive your hips up and down. Really pressing through that right heel. Doing your best to keep the hips level as you lift and lower. Now hold your hips up at the top and extend your toe up to the sky. We're going to lower the leg and lift it. Flex to lower, point to lift. Flex to lower, point to lift. Keeping your hips high. Keep driving through that right heel. And this is going to be your last one to hold that toe up to the sky and pulse it up. Keep pressing through that right heel to lift. Last two and one. Bend that left leg back in. Lower it down and lower your hips down. Hug your knees into your chest. Give those glutes a little release. What a fantastic way to switch your glutes on. All right, we're gonna change it up a little bit now, so I'd like you to come up to a kneeling position. You can go ahead and mirror me, extending one leg out to the side and the other hand comes down to the ground. We're just going to lift your leg up and down. Do your best to keep your hips stacked, drawing your abs in and up, and you're working into your outer thigh and glute med as you lift that leg up and try and get your foot just a little bit higher than hip height. Keep your knee facing forward. Keep pressing through your palm and make sure that your hand is still underneath your shoulder. We're going to hold this leg up and take tiny little circles, up and around, up and around. Well done, let's reverse that circle. Make 8 tiny little circles. Now we're gonna reach that top arm long. We're gonna stretch that leg and arm together and bend it in together. Reach and bend, reach and bend. How are those legs feeling? Big reach. Now just bring that top arm down to the ground and bring your chest to the floor, keeping that leg extended. We're just going to lift and lower that leg. Just make sure you keep your bottom ribs connected to your hips as you lift and lower. Hold it here at the top and take tiny little circles around. And reverse your circle. Good job. Now bend your knee in towards your chest and fully extend the leg back behind you. Good, hold this last one. Come down to your forearm and pulse that leg up. Try and get that foot just a little bit higher now. Try to press out of that right forearm. Lift your left leg just a little bit higher and release. Fantastic. We are coming all the way back up to kneeling and we're gonna go for the other side now. So just continue to mirror me. Extend one leg and then bring the other hand down to the ground. We're going to lift and lower your leg. Just making sure that your leg stays in parallel, knee faces forward, hips are stacked. Imagine you are in between 2 panes of glass. Try and get that foot just a little bit higher than your hip. And hold your foot up for tiny little circles, 8 little circles. And reverse it, other direction. Hold it there, reach that top arm overhead and pull your elbow into your knee. Cinching into the waistline, stretch and pull. Reach and cinch. Let's hold this last one and bring your top hand down, rotate your chest towards the floor, keeping that leg extended long behind you. Let's just start to lift it up and tap it down. Do your best to extend through the back of that knee. Keep pressing through your palms and your pinky fingers. Try not to sink into the lower back here. Now hold that leg up high and take tiny little circles around. And reverse your circle other way. And let's pull that knee into your chest and stretch the leg back behind you. Keep the spine straight. Just work that leg, knee in and out. Now come on down to your forearm and pulse that leg up. So you're on the left forearm and the right leg's pulsing up. Try and get that foot a little bit higher now. Keep pulsing, keep reaching, point those toes. Fantastic. Now bring it all the way back in, and we are coming into a downward facing dog. Go ahead and pedal your heels out. Let's reach the left leg up to the sky and bring that knee forward through to your hands. Come on down and release into your pigeon pose, your glute stretch. Give a little wiggle side to side if that feels good. Then press back up to your hands and step your foot back. Lift the hips up, down dog, and lift your right foot up to the sky. And bend the knees, sweep it forward to your hands. Pigeon pose on the other side. Just releasing into your glutes, opening up through the hip. And when you're ready, slowly release. Fantastic work. I hope you felt that booty burn. I sure did. If you want more workouts, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss my weekly workouts, and I can't wait to see you again soon. Bye!